All right, everybody, we're here. T-Pucky. What's up, man? All right, everybody, thank you all for being here for today's stream. We're going to be repasting a graphics card and running some setup with Midi-Mixer on a MIDI controller that I just got in the mail. So, and it keeps dying over here. Okay, don't die over there. Thank you all for being here. And so I guess let's go over to that table and start doing some stuff. I'd like for everybody to keep trickling in. Come on, YouTube. Trickle in, trickle in. Concurrent viewers on YouTube, 0. Oh no, I suck again. I'll put that like that. Here. Weeznator said here. As in he is here. Let me check the... So if you're watching on mobile, it's probably better to watch on YouTube because there I have the transcoding. Unless me going live again on Twitch activated the transcoding, because sometimes you just got to go live and then not live and then live and then nope, it didn't. Okay. And I upped it to... There's T-Pucky. What's up, man? Thanks for hanging out. That's weird then that the thing is, unless live replay at one stream ends. Yes, exactly what I want. Your activity. Okay. Sweet. Guess it just wasn't updating or something. Okay, cool. Let's get over to that table. Of course, I need a mod over in the YouTube side. Let's see. Remote. Fan hammer, it's coming. Did it do it? Yeah, there it goes. Money in the house. He said me. There you go. Cool. So we have that. No lag over here. Yeah, because you can do the transcoding. It'll auto adjust for your. Sorry, I just had to make sure the mic was good. It'll auto adjust for the bit rate that you're at. YouTube is a lot better for that. Can somebody talk on Twitch real quick? Make sure my app for watching the chat is working. My method for watching the chat, that is. Alright, so let's get the graphics card up here, yeah? My friends, this right here. T-Pucky. Oh, you're on Twitch too? Dude, sweet. Alright, the chat's working on both sides. Thank you for being here, man. RX 580, 8 gig. And it's one of the higher end models too. This is the GTS XXX OC Plus. Thank you for the follow, T-Pucky. Let me do that here. Broke. Let me fix this. Of course, my stream. Okay, so I think I know. That was weird. King Solark, are you allowed to stream on Twitch at the same time as an affiliate? Only if you get caught. I don't even know what they would do, to be honest. I did it for years before. Nothing ever happened. Followed.
Excellent!
Follow. Let me fix my Stream Deck real quick so that doesn't happen again. I had the Stream Deck on the wrong profile. That's what the problem was. There it is. Stream Deck is now on the right profile. Break on, break off. And then I was configuring the wrong one. Ah, geez. Okay, let me fix this here. So, that wasn't beer break.
Excellent!
Beer. Ooh, more follows. Ray Morks. What's up, man? There's a dad joke. Butcher accidentally backed into his meat grinder and got a little behind in his work. Thanks again for the OBS NDI help. Streams have been going very smooth. Good to hear, man. Let's see. I need right here. Table. Oh, okay. No, that's actually set up correctly. All right. I just had my Stream Deck on the wrong profile. So let's go back to the correct profile up there. Okay. And now that I have the correct profile on this Stream Deck, I don't. Wait, what's going on with this Stream Deck? Osama been hiding. What up? Everybody's coming out of the woodwork today. Awesome. Let me restart this Stream Deck. Okay, so I don't call it beer break on it. I don't know why it's doing that. There we are. Now it's on the right profile. So earlier, like I was saying, for T Pucky, Mike's Nerd Cave stopped in earlier with the resub, so I gotta say, thank you very much for that. Why is it getting choppy? That's weird. It's fine though. Bye. Really odd. Wasn't doing this earlier. Upgraded your PC. What'd you get, man? What'd you get? Looks dark. Yeah, it's a little dark right now. Let me crank the light a little. Yeah, that looks good. The light was on. I just needed to turn it up. It was at the lowest setting. What the heck? There we go. I had to make it the default profile. Yeah, buddy. And now we don't got no more choppiness. Still on 5600X. That's a good CPU though. B450 and 1660 Super to RX 570 and a, oh, you mean X570 and a 3070 Ti. Well, there wouldn't have been any difference on that motherboard unless you had a really crappy B450 board, but there weren't too many. Like the system you're looking at right here, B450 with 3700X is going to be a pretty good setup. It's going to have a 3060 on it. But you had a 5600X on B450 and went to a 5600X on X570. DS3H, yeah, that's the only one that I think I would call like a meh B450 board. That's pretty awesome then. What do you do with your old stuff? cool. So the bot is relaying messages. That way Twitch and YouTube can talk to each other. Hey. So this is, like I said, RX 580, 8 gig card. Never been even opened. If you look, it's not, it's the seal on that screw, unbroken. So yeah. However, they're kind of old. So I got this in a friend was having a yard sale. And then in that yard sale, a neighbor came by and said, "Hey, do you want this?" The guy had no idea what it was. My friend figured it out. And then he called me and saying, "Hey, do you want this?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Make an offer." And I said, 140. And the guy accepted. There we go. And now I have it. I've already tested it. It does work. It's good. Using old stuff for my son's first build. Got him a Ryzen 5 2600X on the DS3H and the 66 Super. Solid 1080p. Only have to get the RAM in case. Well, at least RAM is cheap. Get my drink over here. Have a 600 watt power supply as well from EVGA. Nice. Money says cool. Okay, so let's get this graphics card pulled apart, huh? Let's work on doing some thermal pasting. Repasting, as some say. Got my trusty iFixit kit. Explode. I was told you explode. Okay. Okay, let's this looks like it's gonna be more than just 4 screws, so we'll do it like this. Should you repaste eGPU often or like yearly? Honestly, you do it as needed. I wouldn't necessarily put an interval on it. I would just say as needed is monitor your temperatures. If it's getting hotter than it used to be, then that's when I'd say it's time to clean it out. Like first thing is blow it out, and then if it brings the temps back down, you're good. If you blow it out and it's still hot, then do the thermal paste. But maybe every year is probably a safe bet. Although I've gotten used graphics cards that were several years old that were untouched and still had perfectly good temps. So take that as you will. Handy dandy iFixit. Need to buy one just to have it. It's even better when you get it as a gift. Let's see, what screws shall I use for this? Looks like this one. 66 Super will run out 57 to 60C regular. That's a really good temp. That's a really good temp. I would only be worried if any GPU was running consistently in the high 80s or just crossing into the 80s. If you're under 80 at all times under all loads, it's fine. I believe even NVIDIA's GPU boost methodology recognizes that 82 is the final point at which it drops to the lowest of its boost bins. And so you reach your default clock, your default advertised clock at 82, I think was the number. So if you're under 80, you're at a higher than advertised boost clock, just like that. And the lower you keep it, the higher that boost clock will generally go. There are limits, but that's kind of how it works. Okay. If you guys want the overhead camera to be bigger, I have a scene for that, so just let me know. If you guys want a closer look at something, I could do that. I'm gonna do those like this. And I don't have the system out that it's going to go on, so and I already know that it works, so I'm just doing the repasting it and calling it a day. Okay, so this one is left of that guy. And then this one is south of it. and then to an angle. That's all the screws, and then there's this guy holding. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna put that one over there. And for the grand opening of it, we are gonna switch camera angles. So oh wait. There's another screw holding the PCB to the shroud, but it's holding it to the back plate. So I think we should be okay. There we are. Come on now. What's holding you in? How many GPUs have you open? Plenty. Probably like 10, somewhere in the 10 to 20 range. I don't do it that often, but yeah. The thing is, the shrouds are all different, so they all end up being different from each other. So I'm going to try to get to that last screw, but the thing is, it's under the shroud, so that's why I'm starting to think that, like, that isn't the reason why I can't pull the top off. Maybe the pace is hard? It could be. But there is one screw. The thing is, the screw is not attached to the shroud, but it does go to the back plate. So it goes from the back plate through the PCB into the back plate only. So it shouldn't have any effect on the shroud. I'm thinking that the pace is just hard. Well, so welcome. Is it Kenny? Let's try this again. Might be a hidden screw. Yeah, definitely starting to feel like it because it just doesn't want to pull. It does have really sticky thermal pads, is also what I'm seeing. I really don't think that one screw it has nothing to do with the shroud. Nothing to do with the shroud. Awkward. Maybe it's because of this backplate thing. Then you hear the beautiful crack. Oh no, not a beautiful crack. Okay, I think I got it. It was just really hard thermal paste, and I guess because of the oh geez, thermal pads. Aha! Okay, I see where these thermal pads go. See, it did tear up the thermal pads. There we go. Yeah. So yeah, definitely it tore up these thermal pads here, but it's okay because I could just sort of rearrange them and they'll fine. They're fine. Need some needle nose. I got them tweezers. Yeah, the thermal paste is hard as well, though. Okay, there we go. Nancy Mormile. Oh, it's one of those things. Raymworks, welcome. Money, could we get a ban on the Nancy spam account? Put user in timeout or whatever it does. Bring the hammer, sir. So this graphics card is incredibly clean. I'll tell you what. But here, I'll show you. Give you another look here. What GPU are we repasting? This is a XFX RX 580 OC Plus Triple X edition. For I got it for 140 bucks. I'm just seeing that it has a little switch on it now. I want to see what it's for. It's a little like a dual BIOS switch, sure, but it doesn't say which side does what. Oh well. So let me go to the big camera again, and I'll show you guys that it is pretty dry. Look at it. Right, there's a little piece of thermal paste, and I could rub it around, and look at that. Nothing. It's basically gum at this point. So let's clean it up a little bit. Got a shop towel. Actually, it feels like a thermal pad now. Let me actually throw that. Wayne beat me. I was looking for the band. Oh, you got it? Oh, cool. It just disappears off of this. Okay, so let's get some alcohol. I'm going to clean the heatsink first. I like how this only connects with one cable. I have to, yeah, flaky paste for sure. I have to take apart my Founders Edition 3080 because I plan on water cooling it soon. And it's got a lot of dumb stuff to take apart. Good thing I only have to unplug that stuff because the water block has the rest of the lighting, so. Okay. Let's flip that to the back side. So this is 4 heat pipes. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 heat pipes to the. Honestly, this looks like a pretty robust cooler for the graphics card. And even in my testing, running Unigine Valley on it for like an hour straight, it didn't really get past the 70s, which is perfectly good GPU temps. That's going to be exciting. Yeah, I do have to leak test it before I install it, so I'll have to use some extra tubing. I only have 10 feet of tubing, which it should be enough, but yeah, I got to cut some tubing off of that, and test it for like an hour or two just to see if it'll leak while it's on just sitting by itself, you know? Because it shipped internationally, but it came in like a paper bag. The Corsair packing is good. It looks like it did a good enough job that I think it's fine, but you know, you never know. You got to be safe with that kind of stuff. I'm gonna get a Q-tip to clean around the edges there. I'll be right back. There we are. What pace? Money. I'm gonna hold this up for now, but I'll be right back. Uh, uh, uh. I'm going to be using the Kingpin cooling thermal paste for my GPU water block and CPU water block in my main system custom loop. That's what that's for. I hope that should be enough, but literally that's just enough for like one pasting job of the CPU and GPU. Shit's expensive. Trying to get the rest of this thermal paste off of the PCB around the GPU die. Osama said, I have a V-True V5 CPU cooler because everyone ranted that it was great and have been looking at AOs. You think AO is better route? If you go with like a 360 mil AIO, then yeah. But like what kind of temps are you getting? Like Ryzen 5 doesn't need that much. Hell yeah, woohoo. Still got about half a tube. Nice. I think that does it. Really want a custom PSU. Yeah, they are. I think the ones from Bitwit come from a more affordable vendor, but honestly, check something like Etsy and see if you can find a better deal. Otherwise, I mean, are you using like sleeved PSU extensions? It's like the next best thing. I've not monitored my CPU temps that much because of my case keeping everything very cool. So yeah, honestly, it's if your CPU isn't really breaking 75 C, with that cooler, you got nothing to worry about. Oh, that was this guy. Oh. I'm just trying to be cautious now. Just dump. I mean, if you're gonna be cautious, a water cooler is less ideal because they do have a higher chance of failure than an air cooler. But that said, like I said, if you have a really good air cooler and your temps are where you want them to be, once you start monitoring them, you're fine. You got nothing to worry about. No need to spend extra money when you don't need to. MC has good ones too for like 30-40 bucks. Coolers? Micro Center? Yeah. Weezinator says some crazy stuff happening with OpenSea. Yeah, I saw what Louis was talking about. I didn't transfer my contracts, and I was curious about that. And then what was it? One of you guys posted something about somebody said, or what? Yeah, it said to immediately try take your tokens off of a centralized exchange now. Yeah, it sounds like something's happening. I'm hoping, Coinbase is big enough where if something happened, I'm sure we'll get our stuff back. I don't have that much on there anyways, but still. Micro Center? Yes. I never knew what monitoring RAM temps was a thing till the IQ update. RAM is not really anything that needs to be like most RAM doesn't even need the heat spreaders that are on them. So I wouldn't even worry about your RAM. Nearest Microsoft is about 5,000 miles. So you're saying you need a cheap flight. Oh, the custom cables. I see. Maybe they send the custom cables online. Full Swing Games are saying delist all things, revoke account access on OpenSea. Oh shit. But I don't know what the heck's going on. Ooh, man. Seen the light orange on their own. Seen them light orange on their own. I was like, what? What, the RAM? I'll walk. No biggie. Swim a bit. Okay, well, we're on the home stretch now because GPU is nice and clean. The thermal pads are in their places. Let's go for a little bit of MX4 up on this bitch. And nowadays, I actually do thermal paste jobs the same as I do like on Ryzen CPUs because of the chiplet stuff. So GPU used to be like a asterisk sort of shape, and now I do like a dot in the middle with smaller dots in a square along the outside of it. Well, my micro's about 50 miles, so not too bad. And people are still out in front hoping to get GPUs. Yeah, the one that I have is about 40 miles, 40 or 50, but I've actually never been there. I haven't really needed to. I can get everything cheap enough online that I didn't need to make the trip to Micro Center. And then I did try to make a trip to Micro Center, and then they were closed on a day that they're supposed to be open because somebody had inside apparently got news that they received a positive COVID test after they had gone to take a test and then went to work. And then so they did a whole cleaning thing. You do X? Nice. Let's do this one. There. Yeah, it would take way too much to use too much. So realistically, it's not that possible, but still. There we are. Oh, the other exchange thing, so. Okay. It's on there. Let's close up this alcohol bottle. What do you guys think? Sold a bunch of my crypto and got down payment from my new ATVs for me and my son. Nice. Hopefully right before the dip. Would be nice. Would replacing the thermal pads to the good blue ones make a big difference for temps for VRMs? I don't think it would be that huge of a difference. I would say yes, but I think I'm not entirely sure you would get any gains out of it. You would just looks good, nice. You would just get better temps, maybe longer life card, but VRMs and stuff are already rated to run hotter than any of the GPU primary components. So went from $70 to $6K. That's a hell of a win, dude. Very nice. Good job. I was just curious. Yeah. Okay. And there we are. Now it's time to put the screws back in. Had it like this. Went to Doge super early. Yeah, we had he's not in here right now, but we got one of the guys in the crew is Dogcoin Snid. He went into Doge pretty cheap too, but he got out a little too early and he missed a big run up. But hey, we seen it. We were there. We saw it. You did a good job. I still have a few thousand Dogecoin, Safe Moon, Bitcoin, and ETH. Nice. Well, that's good to hear. So, whatever Weezenator's talking about, though, I guess pay attention to that because, yeah, stuff's happening. Uh-oh. Oh, no. It's where the positioning got a little weird. It's NFT related. I'm assuming more OpenSea than anything else. Ah, okay. The White House trying to destroy all the crypto. Dr. Toxico, welcome. Okay, this is helping get it fully positioned. We need another ban. Can I do it from here? Oh, I can. That work? Yep. More? Yeah, I don't know if that's deleting the messages, so. Weezenator, if we can get a little help. Money. Maybe I could make EVGA GPU NFTs. Well, all I gotta say is people in the tech industry, like enthusiast gaming tech, are just very angry at anything NFT related. So just careful how you tread. Okay, tightening it all down and like in a star pattern. Okay. Mr. Monkey Meat. Oh darn, I didn't know you were streaming. Cool beans. Catching it when I did. Yeah, I just finished the GPU repasting, but I still got more to do with the stream, so. I'm trying to ban the guy, but it won't let me click. Maybe Wayne got me again. What software would you recommend to overclock RTX GPUs? Generally, MSI Afterburner. Okay, let's get the rest of those screws in. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, that's correct. I fear overclocking. Only thing I've ever done was enable RAM profile. There's nothing too crazy you can do with overclocking nowadays. Everything has so many built-in safeties that it's really hard to actually mess any hardware up. GPUs have so many built-in safeties now as well that you really couldn't even fry a graphics card unless you had a custom BIOS that let you apply unlimited voltage and things like that to it. By stock, you will never be able to fry a graphics card overclocking. Oh, it's off by a little bit. I'm telling Jacob and Peter you recommended MSI before EVGA. He didn't say an EVGA graphics card. He said an NVIDIA graphics card. I know that the that Precision X1 can do it, but I'm just more familiar with MSI Afterburner. You know what I mean? So do you have any thoughts on the new Cooler Master half case? It's huge. It's pretty awesome, but it's just out of reach. Okay. Perfect. Back in business. Graphics card has a fresh coat of thermal paste now. Just school my brother in the battle game. Good game. Schooled him. What was the bet? Did you school him for meat? Yeah, close to $700 with all the options. Yeah, it's crazy. I need to consider a case for my son's build. I bought a Mustech 907 Phantom for myself. Land Cool 2 is a really freaking good case for just any standard build. And it's not that expensive either. But if you need something budget, it's a little harder. Hey man, gotta go since it's getting late for me. About 2 a.m. Well, thank you for stopping by, Ray, and I hope you have a good weekend. You came long enough to finish watching the thermal pasting. So that's good. Oops, close this up without the lid. I swear by the Antec DF700 if you need an ATX case. The Dark Fleet case? I think that's kind of an old case. Weezenator used to have one of those. Wayne used to have one of those. And I think I let it go for like just some random build for somebody who wanted to do one a long time ago. No plug-in and test for temps. I can't, because the system that's running right now is not the system that this belongs to, and so the drivers are all. I don't want to mess with the drivers, honestly. I don't want to do anything to like really compromise that system. The system that it goes in, the system that I've already tested it with, was this one right here. Ryzen 7 2700, 16 gigs of RAM. Kryptonic, what's up? But I've already tested the graphics card, and it had acceptable temps before even redoing the thermal paste, so it's only going to get better. Is that an RX 580? Yes, it is. RX 580 8 gig. And the specific submodel from XFX is the GTS XXX EDOC Plus. $140. Nice chunky cooler. I bought a $7 boom arm like yours on Amazon, and I bought so many, but this one feels somewhat higher quality. Oh, that's good. All you had to do was buy if you wanted a higher quality one that felt better than the cheaper ones, even though it was still this style, is the Toner, I think T30. It's the one that I use on my desk, my main setup, because I have a heavier mic over there, and it's solid. That one is solid. It has like 3 arms on the base. So where the main one is 2 vertically stacked ones, it's more triangular on the bottom, so it's heftier. You got 2 GTX 970s. Nice. How much? How much? It's the base stand like the Toner one, right? Yes. Same exact. It fits into the same hole as any of the cheap ones, but the construction of the arms itself is better. As a matter of fact, you can't tell, but I have this arm in it. The one that came with the heavier duty Toner, this cheaper arm is in the table clamp thing for it. With that little angular base thing. Yeah, I just wanted to spend the absolute least, and it worked so well. I bought like 4 of these arms, one of the nicest. That's good to hear. Was there a dad joke? People saying boo to their friends has risen by 85% in the last year. That's a frightening statistic. The Founders Edition one I got for $120, and same for the MSI variant. Very nice. You selling them? How much? Just kidding. You building with them? Where's the video? I have an issue as my mic is pretty heavy. I'm using the Rode Pod mic. Strangely, the $15 Amazon one has done the best. Oh, okay, cool. There was the Toner T30 would definitely hold that up because my mic is about as heavy as that one. Not this one, but other stuff. I believe InnoGear makes a heavy duty arm as well, around $50. I think it was InnoGear. But that's good, you found something that works for you. Okay. Onwards to part 2 of the video, my friends. Of the stream, that is. Let me make sure my hands are clean. Samson $50 arm. Could hold about any mic. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. Okay. I'm using Elgato Wave 3 right now because I got tired of moving around my PD70 with the K3 Plus all the time. I wanted an all-in-one. See, you may actually want to watch what we're going to do. I got the $20 one from Amazon. I hold my Elgato Wave 3. Yeah, the Wave 3 is not that heavy, though. It's in between. Here we are. Y'all seen one of these? If you watched my recent video on you don't have to spend a lot of money for for really good stream equipment, I featured something very similar to this. This is a MIDI controller. The other one was the Korg Nano Control 2. This is the World D Easy Control 9. And it's a little bit bigger, but still relatively portable and only connects with the USB cable. You got 8 or 9 faders, 8 knobs, some buttons. And each of those faders with that software can control an individual volume source, whether inside of OBS or just in Windows itself. So you can control what goes out to your stream separately from what you hear in your headset, depending on how you have that configured with the OBS plugin for Midi-Mixer. As well as you can put some of the buttons on it to change scenes and such. Super powerful device. I got this for $55. And then you could also control the inputs that the Elgato Wave 3 software creates. So you can adjust with any of these faders or knobs the volume of the inputs that go to the Elgato software. And so then the fader essentially is controlling the volume of your Elgato Wave 3 inputs and outputs and stuff. You had a blue snowball? Oh, good thing you upgraded. It's a big upgrade. Added a noise gate and it already feels like a dynamic. New Korg? Yeah, kind of similar. Man, I've been trying to justify the need for my setup, at least right now. Money, if I also am interested in buying your Korg off you if you're no longer going to be using it. So there's a project I have for that. Someone sent me the snowball for free. Well, that's actually really good for free then. You did good there. Okay, so this just connects with the USB cable. I got the computer right here, so let's plug that in. It adds up when unemployed. Wish I didn't pay for all my mics. Well, time to sell some mics. I mean toes. Cannot for the life of me to get my Stream Deck soundboard to play through my mic volume in Wave software. Keep in mind I'm super noob. Yeah, I'm not sure because the integration should be perfect on that one. So you should have the up and down arrows for that assigned input. But I'm not entirely sure. Maybe Kryptonic can help you with that. Wave 3 for $50. Yeah, that's good. We're looking at getting a new house, so I'm holding on new studio equipment. That's fair. Now my brother and his boy are playing quarterback club. But then not using the PD70, K3 Plus, Fathead, whack. Ooh. Oh, now this reminds me, I forgot to bring something for my friend who's running a SM7B. Okay, anyways. That's but the audio gets hot faster since my old okay. I won't be able to see chat for a second as I need to switch over to controlling my upstream. I actually have two inputs to the capture card that this camera is being shown on, so 1 second while I launch that. And here we are. So move the mouse, wake it up. We can go to this scene right here, which has both the camera and the computer. Hi. Be right back, 1 second. It's dinner time, nearly. I needed to make some plans regarding that, but yes. So okay, I don't know if I should leave. What do you guys think? I'm gonna be featuring stuff on the screen. You like this angle better, or this angle better? Angle 1 or angle 2? You were going to buy the 5 fine that I recently did a video on, opted for the Wave 3 for the amount of control you get. Not a bad deal. And you got a good price. Smirnoff time. Nice. One shows whole screen. Which one? 1 or 2? 1 or 2. Right now we are on 2. Sorry, we're on 1. This is 1. This is 2. One, 2. Don't call me uncle. It says everybody's saying 2. We're leaving it on 2. Now I can put my chat back on the screen. Also, don't call me uncle. Welcome. Yeah, 2 shows it all. We don't gotta squint. That's weird to me because in my eyes, I'm taking the same frame and now I have two full 16:9 windows in it, whereas the other one is me overlaid onto the full thing of it. But you guys are saying two. Don't call me uncle. It's all like, no, 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 one. So this is two. You guys are good with this one, because I'm gonna have software pulled up. Like, I'll open a browser right now to sort of demonstrate. But we want to see you as big as the screen compared to seeing you on a tiny and big. So, okay, I'm gonna switch it over one more time. Because with this one, I can always just adjust the screen, you know what I mean? Like, so this good? I'm gonna go with this one. Let's hide the icons. It's just getting in the way. So I need to stand back a little more for this one. Okay. Let's open the software. I've talked about it in one of the recent videos. It's called Midi-Mixer. And Midi-Mixer will let you take a USB MIDI controller, just like this one. This is what you can see. You've got knobs, we've got faders, we've got buttons. And we're up on screen here. So let's expand it. No, I don't want it to. No. I only want it to go halfway. You dragon. Oh, that does do that. Okay, cool. Because there's nothing on the right side. Well, come on now. Okay, so it's the software that won't let me size it the way that I want. But let me see if I can do it to drag the other side. I can't. Okay. So we'll just full screen it because you can still see everything. I'm semi here. You rang? No, 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 no. I was just saying Then I said you. And then I said dragon. But it was unrelated. So I have the Zalman MIDI profile that I created here, and you see input is worldy easy control. There's nothing assigned. You see you got knobs, you got faders. There's one called a crossfader, and the crossfader is kind of neat because this one won't snap money. The crossfader is neat because you see here it's a horizontal fader, right? You move it left and right, cool. Now, obviously, in a professional audio production environment, this will change either like balance or the sound between two files as they play or tracks or whatever, but I'm treating it as an absolute fader. So I'll show you what I mean by that. And to do that, let me play some music real quick off of YouTube. You guys won't be able to hear any of the music though. So what I actually want to do is I'm going to take that horizontal crossfader and make that what's in focus. So the volume of whatever is in focus, whatever you're clicked in, whatever game you load that's incredibly loud is the second it pops up, or whatever web browser you're listening to stuff in. You move this. Hello? Let's see, we gotta go to something that's actually making noise. It's not, oh, there it is. Firefox, you see? Now I'm moving it left and right, and you can see along the top, I'm changing the volume of Firefox because that's what I'm clicked into. And what this is really doing is it's changing the volume of things in the volume mixer. Watch. I'll move this over here. You can see it below me. I'll click back into Firefox, and you see now the little thingy for Firefox moves as I move. Back to full volume. And if I click out of Firefox, I guess Midi-Mixer won't, since it doesn't make noise, it won't do anything. It won't reflect, but see, whatever I click into, I didn't set Firefox or nothing. I just clicked into it and then I moved the fader. There you go. Osama says, back to work. Thanks for hanging out, man. Appreciate it. And so fader one is what I usually will set to like, you know, like that will be whatever I want it to be for focus.
FBI, open up!
FBI's here. Let me actually open up OBS real quick and I'll show you what's happening over here with the OBS plugin that it could do. Okay. So the OBS plugin is right here in this little plugins thing. I'll select that. Alright, I'm gonna reactivate it to make sure that it's good and connected. Okay, and it is. Very nice. Okay, cool. So we're back to here. My FBI agent has been here listening. Okay, so now we have fader 1, which you can see right here. Fader 1. And you can see everything you can do with it. And there's the OBS plugin, additional stuff, anything in OBS. Look at all that. So I can change the volume of individual sources, browser sources, audio sources, all that in OBS with the fader. All right here. So what I'm actually going to do is make number 1. Honestly, I'll make number 1 Firefox, specifically Firefox. And so now, no matter where I'm tabbed into, I could always move that fader for Firefox, and it should change the volume of Firefox. But it's, I guess I can't be in that for it to, hello? Okay. Oh wait, sorry, wrong fader. What? Fader 1, Firefox. I gotta like wake it up or something here. Oh, I unassigned it. Now let's reassign it again. Firefox. It is loaded. This profile is loaded. Is it not making enough noise or something? Oh. Huh. The fader's not. My bad. It was tied to the knob. Oh, there we are. Okay. I do have a problem with that. And that is why I have this other profile. So we have Windows volume controller. So I'm going to unload that one. Now I'm going to load Windows volume controller. This is a custom profile just for this thing. So load. Okay, now it's loaded. Oh, this is exactly what I was looking for too. I needed to unassign some of this stuff in these groups. So rotary knob, which means I actually want to delete this one. How do I delete it? No. Anyways, oh no. Okay, so I need to be in this groups thing. Oh, and we need another band. So let's see, how was in this? can't load it. So, right, because I unload that, and then I load that. No, I don't want to load it. It's funny how those ones also appear. Okay, I'm going to unload that one from Zolman. I'm going to go to the Windows, load that one, and now I could undo the buttons that I've been wanting to undo. Right, and I'm going to go crossfader and do the same thing. So what happens is these buttons are grouped to work a specific way, but I want to use them how I want to use them. And so I'm going to remove them from whatever group that they're associated with so that it frees them up for me to use them the way that I want. Did a 15-mile ride yesterday and a 20-mile day. Hell yeah, dude. How's your stamina? That sounds like it's doing pretty good. Cool. All right, so now that I can play with those, the faders and the knobs are now separated. I can click that. Rotary knob I'm going to leave unassigned because it's a weird rotary knob. It's an infinite spinning one, and so like you can't. I'll just leave it unassigned. I'm not going to do anything with that. But the crossfader, like I said, crossfader is going to be focus. So I'm in Midi-Mixer right now. So if I'm focused into Firefox, I move that. There you go. Okay, I'm going to make fader number 1 Firefox itself. So fader number 1 now works to control Firefox. And obviously these can be changed. Hadn't ridden in 3 months. My legs are burning. Nice. Well, that's good. Okay. Yeah, actually, I take that back. I'm going to take Firefox off of fader 1 and make that like main audio. So in this case it's like USB audio device right there, and so now anything is coming through the audio device you have it assigned to is controlled. You can see it popping up on the top left as I move the fader. Pretty neat, right? Fader 2 fader 2 could be Firefox, right? Discord's going to end up being one too, but I don't have it installed. I do need to make that one a thing. Download. Okay. Log in with QR code, it says. Sure. Actually, I think I want to do it with my backup account, since I use that to do it with other stuff. Well, for third-party stuff like this. So let's do. Well, actually, I wonder if I can log Zolman into. Oh, that worked. That was just a good guess. I hope. Nope, it was not. Okay, fine. Fine, you're gonna make me use that. But, alright. This one. And I think that one is this other password. What the heck? Oh, it goes. Hey, that worked. Perfect. Okay. So, let's make it make noise, right? Because that's what will make it appear. So, voice and video. Let's check. Okay. So now it should appear configurable in Midi-Mixer. And to be honest, I'm actually going to make Discord fader 1 then. Hey, look, there's Discord. Now the oh.
My name is Glenn.
That's a phone call that I don't care to take. Speakers. Oh, that's fader 1. Fader 2 is now Discord, right? Fader 3 is going to be Firefox. Bam. And honestly, I think that's good for that stuff. Um, let's look at OBS real quick because you can see everything moving around and all that. So like, let's say you want to adjust your desktop audio. That's what OBS, the main desktop audio getting outputted to OBS, right? Okay, so what's cool is we can do that pretty easily here. The knob number 1, I'm going to assign here to with using the OBS plugin, right? Okay, so desktop audio, mic aux, no, desktop audio, right? Okay, see desktop audio now on the first knob, I could adjust, and you see here, right? Look at that. It just goes to blah at the end because that's 0 on the fader. But look at that, right? You got a lot of control for like the first 30, 40 decibels, which is all you need. Hi. And so let me show you again. Look, I'm moving the knob around, and you can see I'm controlling only desktop audio output in OBS. What do you guys think of that? Huh? Pretty cool. And if I want to control desktop audio directly, basically it's this one on a fader. So this will control obviously what I hear, and it'll be lower for the stream because it reflects that way. But if it's loud enough to me, but I want it to be quieter to the stream, I can turn it down like that. And thus now the stream hears a quieter mix of your desktop audio, well, quieter than what you're hearing in your headphones. It's pretty good. Now, if we go back to Midi-Mixer, now that's just one trick there. If we go back to Midi-Mixer, we also have access to buttons. Now these are just faders, just a few faders, right? Buttons here on the left. It's a little circle, so it's buttons. Rotary knob mute button. That is, and I'll show you here. That's this button right here to the left of the rotary knob. There's one to the right. That's the assign button. There's the crossfader. Left has that's their mute, its mute button, and right is its assign button. Okay, so let's say the rotary knob mute button. Let's say you want that to be like these, to be amongst your most important buttons. So we're gonna make that one the rotary knob mute button, left of that knob, OBS button to go to your talking scene, right? And then I'm gonna take the one to the right of it and make that the gaming scene. Cool. Crossfader mute button, that's the lower ones I was telling you. There's a BRB, so you know, you go AFK often, that's an important button. And then again, we're looking through the different, for the other button there, we're looking for other scenes. Like, what's another scene here? Zalman likes using his intro, but that's all clickable because you're not really doing anything yet. We'll figure out some more scene stuff for him. Let's see, TV gaming ending. I kind of want to do like a punch in, you know, right? Like something with this camera where it's more zoomed in, and I want to put it on that button. But let's do it like stream ending then. Let's do the stream ending, right? Okay, so I have the buttons assigned to 4 different scenes right now. And all I'm going to do is push those buttons, right? We're already on the talking scene, that's this one. So I'm going to push the button to go to the gaming scene. And you could be doing anything else on the computer, but you push that button to go to the gaming scene, and it'll go to the gaming scene, just like that. And if you want to go back to your talking scene, you push that button, and we're back to the talking scene, just like that. Let's see, the BRB one, you push that button, and it's be right back, of course. And the other one is like, oh, okay, well, time to go. Stream ending. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Stream is ended, and we'll see you in the next stream. You know what I mean? Like, that's how that would work. So that's using these buttons like Stream Deck. Now, I'm going to end up making like a cheat sheet because you do pretty much have to memorize that those buttons do that. At least with Midi-Mixer and the volume control stuff, if you forget what your knobs or your buttons do, it tells you. You just move it a little bit, and then it tells you right up there in the top, right? Cool. Now, the buttons, on the other hand, obviously, they don't say anything what you're pushing, but let's go again. Boom, baby, to the talking scene. And there's a little bit of a tease for what's coming in Zalman's stream setup with that stinger, in case you guys noticed that. I don't know if he's here watching, but there you go. Yeah, so that's cool. That's what this device, again, this device right here. I'm controlling volumes with these faders and knobs, right? And changing scenes in OBS with these buttons. And you know, we have our knobs here, and I like to think of it as like faders is for your window sources and knobs can be for OBS sources. And so the first knob that's here, I use that to control your desktop audio in OBS. Inside of OBS, it's super neat. We're not done yet though. Let's head on back over to the screen. We're gonna open Midi-Mixer back up. We have buttons for like play and pause and stuff. So I'm gonna do play. And the play media button down here is right here. Look at it, just straight up media play. Right, but it works like a pause button too. And I have, as you can see, there's a stream going right here. If I want to pause it, let's say you have like whatever happens to be your default thing or active thing playing music, like Spotify or YouTube or whatever you're listening to music, you can just press that button and it'll play and pause just like that. So you're just gonna be like, if you're having a moment, you're like, stop the music. You go to hit that button. Just like any media controls a keyboard would have. My brother has a compact keyboard that I don't think has media controls on it though. So that will bring that functionality back in. And it's all programmable. So same thing. There's like rewind, fast forward, rewind and fast forward. It's like back and forward into your tracks. So if you're listening to your own music and you have just a whole list of music and you want to like, nah, I don't like that song. Nah, I don't like this song. You can click using those ones. So we're going to do that one. Media, previous, and fast forward will be media, next. And they work as normal media buttons. I didn't tell you guys though what's going on down here, not you, here. Okay, so music is playing, right? Music is playing, and that's in Firefox, just like that. Okay, what happens if you just want to mute something real quick? Something comes up and you want to mute it really fast, right? There's a button for that right on here. Let me show you. Blah, if I hit it in the first try, you know. Now you can see only Firefox is muted. Nothing else is muted. So we go to back to table overhead and I'll show you. What's cool is I have these set up where the button will stay lit on whatever you have muted. So if you forget what that is, you just know, oh crap, something's muted. It's not supposed to be. I'm just going to go ahead and push that button and now it's unmuted. Right? So your visual representation of what you have muted or not muted. Pretty cool. Okay, so we'll pause that. What's also cool is these buttons, the media buttons that are on this guy, can also be used for other stuff. Let's say, look at, I have the stop button. I believe that's the middle one, stop button. I think I'm gonna do media stop on that one, just to stop the music. But the thing is, how often do you actually stop your track? Because pressing play won't actually make it go again. So it could be something else. I think we might make it something else. But then you have the other buttons, like the record button. We're not going to use that for recording or anything. So we could always take that record button and assign it to anything. You can even set default output device and set default input device. You can use that button to change which sources and stuff you're going to switch between. Look at that. So I can push that button, select one device to switch to, or multiple devices to switch between. So this isn't in its home setup yet, so I can't really define this one, but I can click two of those, speakers and HDMI. So and that is for my default output device. So let me show you what that could do here. Let me go to my sounds menu right here, right, and you'll see like where the green check mark is, right? If I hit that button, it's going to change it to the other device. So now I have that button to tell me like where I'm setting out, switching between my audio sources. So let's say you have your defined audio sources, and then you plug something in and it messes with your audio sources. You can have that button to be like, nope, go back to how I want it. See, right? I can go, okay, I'm switching back and forth between the TV or the monitor speakers and the headphone speakers with a button. You're just going back and forth with it. That's pretty useful. That's pretty cool. Okay, that's that one. So I'm actually gonna undo that one though in his case, because that's something we would have to set up in his setup. The eventual owner of who's getting this one. Cool. And that's the buttons, right? So I have still some freedom with some of the other buttons, like the loop button. It looks like a refresh button, the stop button, and the record button. What's cool about the record button, or any of these buttons honestly, is like, let's say there's one specific song and you're having a super hype moment. You can actually go through to this and just, instead of like triggering anything, you can just run file. Whatever file you create, music file, image file, anything you want, you could run it. If you make a macro and you put it into a file, let's say you use a program like Nutty's Noobs Commander and how it makes files that can be executed, you could do that with this. And or you can just have it play music, like in this case, hype music. Push that button, hype music starts playing, and there you go, right? And then you can just stop or pause or whatever and cancel it out or something, you know what I mean? So it's pretty cool that you can run files, you can change scenes in OBS, you can do all sorts of stuff. It's really, really fun. It's really so incredibly powerful. Knob 1 is on OBS desktop audio, like I said. We have focus on the crossfader. And let's see, I'm in OBS and I'm going to focus on there. Yeah, that exactly works exactly the way I want. Fader number 2 is Discord. Fader number 3 is Firefox. Knob is desktop audio in OBS. It's some really cool software, you guys. Midi-Mixer and whatever MIDI controller you can throw at it realistically. Now, does pressing X minimize it? It sure does. Let's fire up the software back in. We'll go to here. There we are.
FBI, open up!
FBI is here. That pretty much does it. What I need up here. I can't really do more with the MIDI controller deck until this is in its system. In its home, that is. What's up, Tones? We've been hanging out. You've been lurking. Did you see what I was doing with this thing? This is useful, not just for streamers, by the way. Everybody who uses Windows can take advantage of this because of the way that you can just have more granular audio control. Snid uses one. I went out to sell a drone and just got back. What'd you sell? Snid uses one of these, and he swears by it now. Just saying. Phantom 3? Oh, okay. Slightly old. What'd you sell that for? Like 200 bucks? 300 bucks? With that said, let's get back down to the desktop since I'm done up here and my back needs a break. I need to sit for a second. $300 Canadian rubles. I see. Oh, a bit light on YouTube tonight, huh? time did I start? Been live for an hour and a half. Oh, nice. Where's my mouse? There it is. He's gonna spend it all on Yu-Gi-Oh! I just know it. Anything to beat Mr. Ryu Dragon. He's gonna go out of his way. No, 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 he says. No, no, no. He says. Producer Joe in the house. Ah, you missed it. I was talking about the MIDI controller. Already spent the money technically. Oh, okay. You're just refilling your pockets now. Yeah, yeah. I know the feeling. Know the feeling. Alright, so I'm hungry. It's about that time. And I am done with what I was doing up there. Repasted the graphics card and got like a little basic config of Midi-Mixer going with that MIDI controller. And I actually figured out something that I had been meaning to fix with that MIDI controller. So I'm really happy about that, actually. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to use the faders and knobs the way that I wanted to. But and then it worked. So what? Monetization was off on that one. I had turned that on. Damn it. But there's nobody watching on YouTube. Well, one person. Money. Money's the man. Alright, for everybody still hanging out, thank you for being here. And I think I'm done. Let's see who's live for you guys on Twitch, and I'll send you over to somebody. Don't call me uncle, says thank you. Somebody said, I don't know. If you read, just let me know whenever you want that now. Oh, I missed it. It's just in the box? Yeah, dude, I'm down. I want to take that thing apart, actually, and I want to see about building it into a keyboard, and that's what I was looking for one. So it could be a prototype. It could be a contributor to a prototype for a very interesting product. Producer Joe's all like, what's up? Also, later. All right. Let's see here. Who am I sending you guys to? Heartbreaker? Send you guys to the homie. This dude won we gave away a computer back at the end of 2017 going into 2018. And he won the computer, and we've kept in contact ever since. And he just recently got all this beacon gear. And so cool. Show him some love. I will post this link in the YouTube chat for you guys. Okay, and I will initiate the raid. On Twitch. Once again, thank you all for hanging out today on this Saturday afternoon, late afternoon. And those of you that are in other time zones, have a good night, have a good day, have a good weekend. We'll see you guys.